Station. Hey there. Happy Saturday morning to you. So happy to have you here for a coffee conversation this morning. And today I want to talk about why raising your price isn't enough. All right. So if you know me at all, business elevation strategist, seven figure CEO, you know that honestly, to hear me say anything that sounds counter to the notion of raising prices probably doesn't sit well with your soul, right? That hey. It probably doesn't sound like, is that really Avis? Or did that somebody come and body snatch her? Who is this? Okay. Yes, it's really me. Okay. But let me tell you why I believe that sometimes, not all the time, sometimes raising your price isn't enough. Now, I will say right at the beginning, hey, it's the beginning of a new year. I think we're early enough in February where we can still talk about the beginning of a new year. So I am going to do that. And I will say that at the beginning of the new year, it is a great time to give yourself a raise. Absolutely. So, as an entrepreneur, in terms of your offerings, look at what you do, look at what you charge. Is it in alignment? Okay. Does it make sense? You need to make it make sense. If it needs to make sense more, given the fact that many things have gone up in price, okay, in recent years, does it make sense to give yourself a raise? Absolutely. Okay. But what I also want you to remember is that sometimes giving yourself a raise isn't enough, because let's just be very, very real and transparent about that. Typically, when we're talking about raising your prices, we are talking about an incremental change. Yes. Hey, what up there, Yolanda? Great to see one of my Millionaire Coach Collective members in here. Um, Usually we're talking about sort of tinkering around the edges, up leveling a little bit, maybe giving yourself a 10% raise if you're generous. When I'm saying talking about raising your prices, we're not talking about getting into a whole nother stratosphere, right? And so I want you to consider that though raising your prices should be a regular part of what you do in business, like you should not, if you are charging the same thing for what you do that you charged 5 years ago, you are way beyond due, okay, to raise your prices. So please, I hope there's nobody within the sound of my voice that fits in that category, okay? But I also want you to know that merely raising your prices at the end of the day will help. Yes, it'll help, but it won't give you huge revenue leaps in a short amount of time that will allow you to make significantly more money while serving less people, ultimately allowing you to have more free time, right? If the goal is to be able to build a successful business and have the time to enjoy it, if that's your goal, then that means that you need to really restructure what you're doing in some way, oftentimes to create that reality. The last thing you want to do is like make less money. Absolutely. You want to make more money, but you don't want to make more money in a way that's going to get you so overwhelmed, so overburdened, so over busy that you can't enjoy the money that you're making. Okay. Can anybody hear me on that? Does that make sense to you guys? Yes. Yes. Let me know in the chat. Say, give me an amen if that makes sense to you. Okay. You want to make significantly more money, but without significantly more time having to be devoted in order to make that money. Right. So if that is you, then I want to let you know that there is a third way, right? There is another way. There is another direction that you need to consider. Yes, I'm seeing a yes in the chat, an amen in the chat. Wonderful. What up? What up? What up? Hey, everybody, great to see you. So I want to tell you that there is another way. Okay, there is a number way. Blessed morning to you as well. All right. So the other way that I am talking about is to really think about crafting what I call an ultra high ticket offer. Let me know in the chat if that's something that you're interested in. Ultra high ticket. Like, what is ultra high ticket? Okay. Let me break that down, let you know what that is. And let me tell you why. If you are a service based entrepreneur, you need one. You need one. Okay. Especially if you have aspirations to get into the seven figure range. All right. If you want to stay among, if you want to stay in the, under six figure range, or maybe like right barely at six figures, you don't need to worry about it. But if you're looking to make well into the multi six figures, seven figures or more, you need an ultra high ticket offer in your menu of services. So when I'm talking about an ultra high ticket offer, I'm talking about an offer that has a floor. Hear me, a floor of 50K. Okay. A 50K floor. All right. What does that look like? Okay. I'm also talking about offers that can go all the way from 50K to 75K to 100K to multiple hundreds of Ks. Okay. I even had a client who recently closed an $800,000 contract. Okay. With a B2B organization that was a nonprofit. Hear me on that. All of you people here thinking that nonprofits don't have money, maybe you're playing around with the wrong nonprofits, okay? Because there are nonprofits that have uber budgets, okay? So if, 800K with a nonprofit, corporations also have huge, 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 like long pockets, all right? So I want you to say what I want you to ask yourself then, what do you have to do? I mean, what does it look like to create something that you can sell for 50K, 100K, multiple hundreds of Ks? It's around you understanding that what you're going for right now is that ultra high ticket buyer. In other words, you're going for the luxury end of the market. You're going for that individual who has um, a significant amount of money that they can tap into, and they're not looking to sort of, make some changes and adjustments around the edges. They want a full and complete solution to their problem. That's what the ultra high ticket buyer wants, whether it's an individual or it's an organization, as I alluded to previously. All right. You can make sure that you find that type of person by looking for the type of person who is not worrying if they have enough dimes in the bottom of their purse when they're talking to you. Not the type of person who says that they want the world, but when you start to talk about price, all of a sudden they ghost you. Okay. This is about individuals who are serious about making a significant difference and they know that they need help getting there. All right. So here's what I want you to understand. If right now you are pricing yourself too low, that type of person is going to completely ignore you. Not because they can't afford you, but it's because they don't believe that you are good enough to supply the solution that they want. Hear me on that. Hear me on that. The ultra high ticket buyer actually will punish you when you are pricing too low because they will begin to question your level of expertise, your level of mastery, the quality of the services that you provide, right? They are looking for someone that they can go to. They have complete confidence that they're great at what they do, and they know that they can go there and get a complete solution and they're willing to pay for it. All right. So, what you need is to understand how to put together an offer for them that meets where their most pressing needs are right now in a full and complete way. That's going to require you to do a few things, right? That's going to require you to, number one, figure out what their full and complete needs are right now. Number one. Oh, I see. I'm so sorry. I wish I could tell. They won't believe you. That's right, Ronaldo. They will believe that you cannot add value if your price is too low. Let's see. I wish I knew who you were. Instead, I'm just getting Facebook user, but you're saying, oh my, I'm meeting a groomsman and his posse for a down payment this morning. They are paying prime and they didn't blink. I smell an ultra offer in that space. Absolutely. Ain't that the truth? Please tell me in the chat who you are because that is a prime space. Okay. That is a prime space that you're going. And when we're talking about, I hear, so I'm not sure if this is my client Stephanie here, but clearly you're someone who works in the bridal space. Let me just say, people spend money like crazy in that space. Oh, okay. Oh, girl, yes, Victoria, you better, you better. And Victoria, especially when I'm thinking about your market with people that are spending money on weddings. I mean, maybe you could put together some sort of special ultra high ticket offer specifically for brides or grooms or very expensive African weddings, given that that is your expertise with regards to your designs. We all know that a lot of money is spent in African weddings. Hello. All right. Why not get some? Okay. So here's what I want to say to all of you. All right. I want you to think about what you do. What you do. So Victoria, who gave her example here about the groomsman, she's a fashion designer. She owns a boutique. She specializes in African style, African influenced, Afrocentric looking clothes, right? All right. And she has an opportunity now, it looks like, to work with some groomsmen. Okay. Now, I want you to think about what you do, whatever it is that you do. Is there any particular segment of that market that you can think of that would be like this groomsman that she's talking about that didn't even uh, blink around paying at an elite level for her services? Is there any aspect of what you do where you believe you can tap into a market that has a significant budget to invest in getting the results that they want? And if you are someone who works with individuals, I guarantee you can find individuals who are like that. If you're a consultant, if you work with organizations, there are organizations that you can find that are like that. But there are certain things that you need to have in place to position you to be the right, sort of messenger for this offer. There are certain things that you need to have in place to make that offer appealing to people at that level. And if you're wondering what those things are, I tell you, you need to join me in a couple of weeks at a brand new multi-day business intensive that I'm putting on called the $1 Million Pivot. And you might be wondering, if I'm talking about ultra high ticket, why am I calling it the $1 Million Pivot? Because I'm going to tell you that this is the most efficient way to pivot your business into that seven-figure space. It's not about selling dozens, if not hundreds, if not thousands of lower ticket offers to get there, which you can get there. I mean, you can make the math work any way that you do it. But I certainly would rather get there by selling, 10, 12, 15, 50 even, over 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Just the other day, I posted about a client of mine who just sold her very first $75,000 coaching offer to an individual. And at that rate, she only needs to sell 12 more. 12 more. She's a dozen away, okay, from a seven-figure reality. Not 1,200, 12. That is the power of the ultra high ticket space. If you are intrigued, if you want to know how to be able to design an effective offer in that way, how to be able to position yourself to be able to sell in that space, then let me just say you need to join me at the $1 Million Pivot. Okay. It's completely complimentary. The only thing it will cost you is your time. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is a multi-day intensive. I'm going to ask you to invest some time with me so that I can teach this to you. Okay. So all you have to do is go to themilliondollarpivot.com. Okay. Themilliondollarpivot.com. Go to there. Okay. Plug in your information. Hey there, Sorabel Martinez. How you doing, my girl? Great to see you. Sorabel was ready to go war with me yesterday. I love it. And grab your spot, because this is information that is too powerful and too important to keep to myself. I have to say, you guys, I had considered just sharing this information, only sharing this information at my upcoming event, Black Millionaire Coach Live, that happens in July. Okay, we're definitely going to go into even more depth on it there. Okay. But I'm like, at the beginning of the year, this information is too powerful to keep to myself. We're at the start of a new year. Imagine what you can do for the rest of 2024 if you had an offer like this in your arsenal. If for the rest of the year you could be able to offer to the best sort of quality prospects an opportunity to work with you at the $50,000 level, at the $75,000 level, yes, even at the $100,000 level or more. All right. We're going to open the doors for registration for Black Millionaire Coach Live in March, by the way, Sorabel. Thanks for asking. Absolutely. Those doors are opening soon. Okay. I'm excited, but I promise you will be the first to know. We're getting all the particulars in place. We've secured the yacht. We're doing, getting all the fun stuff together. You can definitely create a $125,000 offer, Sorabel. Why not? Absolutely. Let's talk about it. You can definitely put together a $125,000 offer. All right. I have in this space seen people, even in the coaching industry, create offers all the way up to $300,000. So $125,000 offer, you can definitely do that. Obviously, in the consulting space, it can go there and even more. Okay. So, listen, you all, if you know that you want to go beyond just raising your price a smidge, you want to go beyond giving yourself a raise in your business by upping your price tag 5%, 10%, maybe 15% if you're really bold. Okay. But instead, why not think about what would it look like to be in this ultra high ticket space where each sale is a minimum of 50K plus. If that sounds like something you'd like to learn how to do, you need to join me at the Million Dollar Pivot. So just make sure you go to themilliondollarpivot.com, themilliondollarpivot.com. This is the first time I'm holding this training. So I'm not doing a whole big blast. And like I said, I may just after this hold back on it and just wait until Black Millionaire Coach Live to do it again. I'm going to be perfectly honest, you guys. I may not provide this as a complimentary training ever again. And so while it is here right now, and while it is complimentary for you to be able to get access for this knowledge, I suggest that you go ahead and secure your space today. Completely complimentary, completely free. All you need to do is devote roughly 1 hour a day with me over the course of a week. Okay. And you will leave there with your honestly, $1 million offer intact. Okay. If you're ready to get into that ultra high ticket space and play in that area, I'm ready to show you how. Now, I do want to say one quick caveat about it. Hey there, Beverly. Good to see you, my girl. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I want to talk to you a little about who this is for and who it's not for. If you are completely new, like complete newbie in business, you've never sold anything, I would suggest that this probably is not the place where you want to start. Okay. At the ultra high ticket space, buyers at that level are looking for experts. They're looking for people who have proven results. They're looking for people that can provide receipts. They're looking for people who are really good at what they do. Okay. So if you're just starting out, this probably isn't the best on ramp. Now, there are other ways that, my team and I can help you. Definitely inbox me if you want some other details. But for this particular free training, it is really best for those people who are already in business, who already have a track record, who already are great at what they do. Is there anybody here? I'm just curious that's with me this morning, that's enjoying their morning coffee along with me, who already know you're a badass at what you do. Let me know. Are you a badass? Okay. If you're already a badass at what you do, if you already have proof of concept, which to me, proof of concept means that people are already buying what you have to offer. Okay. If you've already made sales, particularly if you've already made sales at a high ticket level, in my mind, that's at least like $5,000. Is that somebody here who's done that? Like if you're already in that space, then let me tell you, there is no reason why you cannot move into that ultra high ticket territory. All right. There is no way, there's no reason why you cannot also be selling at that level. The first thing you need to do is to recognize that you are capable of it. I know for me, when I designed my first $100,000 offer, the biggest block to designing it was the question in my mind about, am I worthy of it? Like, wow, it was just such a mental block. Like, can I put together $100,000 offer? Like, would anybody buy $100,000 offer from little old me? Like, from little teeny tiny Clarksville, Virginia, grew up in the rural South, like 100, like what individual? Like I'd already sold at that level in terms of grants and corporations and like with institutions, but not with individuals. And I was like, it was a big mental block for me to put together $100,000 offer. And when I worked on myself enough to say, okay, let me look and see what I've done. Let me look at the receipts that I've provided. What can I put together that can really give people good value for this? And where does it make sense? Like, at what point would it make sense for someone to do this? Okay. Then I began to say, oh, yeah, that makes sense. I think that would work. Right. And yes, I was able to do it. I was able to sell it multiple times. If you are at a space where you're beginning to question yourself, like, little old me, can I put together a $50,000 offer that somebody would actually buy? Can I put together a 75K offer? Can I put together a 100K or more offer? Sarah Bell, like, can can I do it? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. With an understanding of what it looks like, of what people at that level are considering when they're thinking about making investments at that level, at what you can provide so that it actually makes sense. It's not just the vanity of saying, I have a $100,000 offer. It's about understanding that what you provide in that $100 offer is a value that, well exceeds the $100,000 that that person is receiving. So can you, or that person is paying. So it's really you understanding how to put together something where it literally makes sense for someone to invest at that level. So if you are thinking about, hey, how would my life change if I could do that? You need to join me. Because it definitely is life changing. It is cataclysmic. It is shifting. And here's one last little thing that I'm going to talk about, and then I'll probably do a whole nother live about it because I'm going to run. I'm not going to take up all your morning today. I want you to understand that now is the time to do it. Now is the time to do it. If you haven't noticed, I know I've noticed that the economy is beginning to shift, right? We have gone through, I would say, a little bit of a slowdown over the course of the past year or two, right? I am beginning to see evidence that the economy is getting ready to pick up. In fact, not even getting ready. The economy is picking up. People are beginning to open up their vision of possibility with regards to making investments for their improvement. Corporations and organizations are saying yes to the right contractual opportunities. The economy is beginning to open up. What you want to do is you want to be at the top of that curve. You don't want to be at the bottom of it. Okay. Because as those budgets are opening up, you want to be there with the right offers to take advantage of it right now. Absolutely. Now, today is the time to do it. Exactly. Because you live in Rustburg, Virginia. Okay. So here's what I want you to understand that once it becomes more evident that the economy is opening up, then you're going to have a huge rush of people trying to do more. Like a lot of people that have backed off now because they've been scared by how the economy had been are going to be coming back into the game. And if you think that that things are a little crowded, a little oversaturated now, you just wait till people see evidence of more ching in the economy. It's really going to be a mad rush. So now is the time to put together the offer that is positioned to take advantage of the precise moment that we're experiencing right now. We're at a space where there is more revenue that's available to you than maybe has been in the last year or two. All right. Now's the time to take advantage of the timing. Now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, definitely not next year, but now. Okay. So if this sounds like this is something that you would like, absolutely. Hey there, Black Butterfly. Inbox me about it, my dear. Absolutely. I would love to talk with you about your podcast. Absolutely. Oh, Strictly Dr. J, how are you, my man? Great to see you too. And I would love to be back on your podcast too. Inbox me, you guys. Would love to chat with you. So with that said, you got, Durham. Okay. I'm seeing that you're seeing that in Durham, Gloria. Absolutely. I love Durham. That's near my dad's hometown. yeah, the economy is definitely picking up. All right. So now's the time to have your offer ready so that you can go out there confidently provide the support. What's up, Sean? Sean is like, let's go. Confidently to provide the support that people need right now in this moment while they have the funds to support it. Okay. Because once everybody and their mama gets wind of this, okay, and they start writing those checks everywhere else, okay, there's going to be some limits, okay. You want to be at the top of their priorities when they're writing those checks, okay. It's time to play a new game. You got that right, Beverly. I love that. It sure is. Cleo, how you doing? Great to see you, my man. So, with that said, you guys, I am going to run. I have lots to do today. I actually have more content that I'm creating for my clients today. So, I have a bunch of videoing and taping and training and teaching that I have to do and to be able to put into the universe for my clients. But in the meantime, I did want to reach out here to you to let you know that for you, I'm offering a brand new free training. You are most welcome, my dear, around helping you develop your ultra high ticket offer, because there is room at the top. There is room for all of us. There is enough resources in this universe for each and every one of you who are here with me today to have your seven figures and more. There's enough for all of us. We don't have to sort of compete over crumbs. We can all get a big old hefty slice of the pie. Hello? All right? But to do that in the most efficient way, we have to make sure that we have the right vehicles to be able to get those pie pieces a big old chunk at a time and not a sliver at a time. With that said, I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to go get changed. I'm going to go knock out these videos. But I want you to know that you're completely invited to join me at the $1 Million Pivot. I'm super excited about this new training. I feel like this is the training that's been living inside of me for years that I'm ready to share. And I think now is the perfect time to share it. I don't know if I'll share it again before Black Millionaire Coach Live, but I want you right now to get in while the getting is good. Okay. So go to the $1,000,000pivot.com. That's the $1,000,000pivot.com. Grab your space and be sure to meet me in another couple of weeks. We kick off on February 26th. So you have a couple of weeks. Be sure to connect with me by signing up right now. And one last thing, and then I'll let you go. I know I said one last thing before, but this really is the last thing. After you sign up, okay, you're registered. Awesome. See you in the wealthy streets. Yes, ma'am. All right, Gloria. I hope you sign up too, my dear. Here's what I want you to know. Right after you sign up, on the thank you page, you're going to see a little video from me. I'm going to tell you what to do next. But one of the main things I want you to do, okay, is to take advantage of the totally free business audits that my team is doing right after you sign up. Okay. So what that means is you're going to get on the appointment. There's going to be a calendar there right on the thank you page. You select a day and a time. Beverly, you're registered. Awesome. Make sure to get in the appointment for your business audit. There is a calendar right on the thank you page, and it's going to have the opportunity for you to select a brief moment to be able to meet with someone from my team. Okay. It's only 15 minutes. These are not going to take a huge amount of your time, but here's what we want to do. Okay. My team members want to take a look at your social media platform that you believe is your primary source for connecting with your potential leads. Okay. That could be LinkedIn for some of you. For others, that might be Facebook. For others, maybe that's Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is. Okay. Whatever your primary source is, they're going to want to see it. Okay. They're going to put their expert eyes on it and give you feedback on your presence in that space. Like, is your social media platform properly optimized? Is your branding at a level that it needs to be in order to attract high ticket, not even high ticket, but ultra high ticket buyers? Because I do want you to know that this is a different type of potential customer. This is not the regular smegular, not that there's anything wrong with regular quote unquote customers, but this is a whole different level. Okay. And so their eyes are going to be a little bit more discerning around who they even choose to do business with. And before they can speak with you or meet you, visuals matter. So we're going to be looking at your branding. We're going to look at your presence on your core social media space where you are looking to connect with potential customers. In addition, they're going to ask you about what you're selling now. Like, what is your core offer right now? What price point are you at right now? How well is that going for you? We want to be able to grab that information so that we can really get a great sense of how well you're positioned for an ultra high ticket offer. And we want to get a sense from you about, what are some of the things that that would be most helpful for you to learn in this workshop. I still have a couple of weeks, so I'm still putting some of the tweaks together. I'm still even crafting the workbook. So as I know what the main concerns of the people that are going to be attending this workshop, I can make sure that as I put the content together, I do as good of a job as I can of making sure that while I'm giving you the core information that I know that you need, that built into the workshop, I am giving you some information that you want. Okay, with regards to the in essence the data that my team is able to acquire from you about what you see as your particular needs and things that you believe are maybe blind spots in your business that you can use some help with. All right. So by you sharing that information, it helps me to make sure that what I provide for you in the workshop gets better and better and more tuned in to the actual individuals who will be there in person. So please do me a favor, do yourself a favor, get on the calendar of our team for your absolutely complimentary business audit. You will leave there with great information that you can use to improve your business regardless. Okay. But in addition to that, you're going to give us information, and specifically, the information will be relayed to me that will help me make sure that I do the best job that I can to, in essence, tailoring this content to the people that will be in the room. All right. So I hope that is helpful. That's my last ask of you this morning. That's good to know. We want to show up looking competent to open up those deep pockets. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. You're welcome, LaShawn. You are exactly right. So with that said, okay, I'm not familiar with your, well, let me tell you, hey there. I can't pronounce your name, but let me tell you a little about me, Jordan. I know that part. My bad. So let me just introduce myself one more time before we go to those people who may be on here and you might be meeting me for the first time. So my name is Dr. Avis. I am the seven-figure CEO of Media to Millions. I am a business elevation strategist and millionaire mentor. And what I do is I help entrepreneurs understand how to leverage their expertise into high tickets and now ultra high ticket offers. Help them understand how to brand them in a way that attracts that high ticket buyer, helps them understand how to market and message in a way that is effective, and ultimately teach them how to close the sale on the other end of that rainbow. We work with aggressive and ambitious entrepreneurs, primarily in the coaching and consulting spaces, but we also work with people broadly, what I would say in the knowledge economy. That means it's people who make business, who make money off of what they know. Okay. So that could be authors and speakers. If you have a service, for example, versus a product, okay, we can help you grow. Okay. That's what I do. I have a background in not only business, but media. And those are those expertise that I sort of weave together to help you understand how to show up in the market space effectively. And on the other end of the spectrum, understand how to close sales in multiple ways. So in a big sort of broad 5,000-foot level, that's what I do. And part of what I do is I also offer free trainings here periodically, as well as a major 3-day live in-person event called Black Millionaire Coach Live. It's held in July. It'll be once again at the beautiful MGM, National Harbor, Maryland, coming up this summer. So that's it. That is the big picture overview of what I do. It is like business consulting. Absolutely. It is like business consulting, coaching and consulting, I would say. Coaching in the way that we do give business strategy, but consulting in the way that with my, for example, ultra high ticket offers, we include not only business strategy, but we also include a level of done for you services so that it frees the client up with more time so that they can actually sort of implement other things that have to do with their business, and they don't have to sort of hire a bunch of other people to do things for them. our team takes care of some of that work for them. Okay. So that's basically what I do. All right. So if you have any questions, you guys, about any of this, definitely reach out. You can DM me. I can give you more details. Is that Crystal on? I think that's my amazing photographer, I believe, who has joined the building. Great to see you. If not, I just want to say, make sure you create a space. It's great to see you, girl. Make sure that you join me on February 26th as we kick off this brand new training, Ultra, the $1 Million Pivot. By the way, one more thing. I'm sorry, I keep saying one more thing. I just want to recognize Erica is a prime example. She's just joined the feed. She's a prime example of someone who understands the power of ultra high ticket offers. This sister right here created a one and successfully joined the ultra high ticket space with her very first contract as an entrepreneur, which was a $100,000 contract for like a 1-day consulting, basically speaking opportunity. Like 1 day. So Erica created her ultra $1 million offer, her ultra high ticket offer right out of the gates. Okay, she didn't even start at the lower levels. From there, she specifically said, and I quote, $100,000 is my floor. Bam, bam. And guess what? It has been. It has been. She's now secured a $1 million contract. Bam. Okay. So I want you to understand, when you start to shift your brain into this broader space and understand that you deserve to be there. Hello. Thank you, Erica. See, I always I didn't mean to offend you. It was $100,000 for 3 hours. 3 hours, a 3-hour presentation, workshop. Here's one thing I will say, especially as Black people and especially as Black women, okay? It's ingrained in us that we have to work, and we have to work hard, and we feel like we have to work. The only way to make money like that is that you have to work for months and months, if not years. Imagine the brain shift. No pun intended, Erica, because she is an expert on how to reframe your brain and how to maximize the power of your brain and your thinking, your productivity, and all of that. But I have to think about the brain shift that it takes to say, no, I'm worth $100,000. The knowledge that I have in my brain, the value of that knowledge is worth $100,000 just for me sharing it for 3 hours, not 3 days, not 3 months, not 3 years, 3 hours. Imagine the level of, first of all, hubris, shall I say? Okay, to get there. But it's beautiful to have that level of confidence, that level of knowing, that level of self-respect to say, oh, yeah, this has value. And it's not a minimal amount of value. It is a tremendous amount of value. Because when I share what I can share with you in 3 hours, it will be worth more to you and your organization. It'll be worth a whole lot more to you and your organization than the $100,000 that you paid me to share it. This is the brain shift that you need in order to play in that ultra high ticket space. All right. And if you know that is what you want to be able to experience, then I'm definitely going to ask you to join me. Oh, thank you, Erica. That is so sweet. That's my girl right there. $100,000 in 3 hours. Okay. So with that said, I am going to run, as I said, I'm about to create some more videos, trainings for my clients. I have to knock some stuff out this weekend. And so I got a lot to do in a short amount of time. But I just want to say, join me at the $1 Million Pivot. I would love to be able to come on here in the future and brag on you in the same way that I'm bragging on Erica. I don't know if there's anybody else here who would like to get a $100,000 contract for 3 hours of work, but if you would, you're going to join me. Okay. So just go to themilliondollarpivot.com. That's themilliondollarpivot.com. And I'll see you there. All right, guys. Happy Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.